Race for the HPD Midgets.
Start over.
And first heat race for the HPD Midgets out here at the Bakersfield Speedway. The final night of the regular season, 2015, ending a 70-year run out here at Bakersfield Speedway. 71st coming around the corner in March. But we still got more great racing ahead of us. On the track, on the pole, the number 78 of Sean Buckley. I believe that's number 5. They're going to be doing more track prep. So, in theory, the yellow car in front, I believe that's Ashley Hazelton. Then we got Cody Jessup in the number 00. And then Courtney, I got to read the last name. Hang on a second. Courtney in the number 98. I'm sure everybody on our stream right now is like, come on, you know the answer. Courtney Crone in the number 98. The 59. A regular out here. That is driven by... Oh, I'm going to get it. Sorry.
The suspense is killing me.
It's killing me, too. The series does need to show up with a sheet full of names next time. if I could be honest, because I know the announcer's scrambling with us downstairs too. Hence, you can hear them scrambling.
Not
as well.
talking.
Yep. The 59, I believe, is a Hazelton, if memory serves me correct. And then the final starter is a driver
38M.
who I don't even have on our sheet at all. So I think it's a newbie out here. So here we go. Heat race number 1. Sorry for our confusion. We go green. It'll get better, folks. I promise.
Well, it says Love on the car, the 38M.
Courtney Love. No. Battle for the lead. Hazelton to the inside. And gets by Buckley. Cody Jessup in the middle of this battle from 3rd place on back. Love in the number 38. Pulling it off, so not able to get this race started. He's in the infield.
Yeah, he's offended that you didn't know his name. Or her name.
I couldn't blame him.
Their name.
I believe that'd be the Jesse Love.
So each heat race we have here tonight, 8 laps. There's your leader in the 5 machine, the 7 trying to close in.
So Ashley Hazelton in the 5. Has led this one from the start, or at least from lap number 1 on. That'll be 2 more laps to go as they cross the stripe. And white flag, 1 more lap to go for Hazelton. This field pretty scattered out throughout this track. Through turns number 3 and 4, Ashley Hazelton will collect the first checkered flag of this evening in heat race number 1 for the Honda HPD Midgets. Up next, heat number 2. Heat race number 2. Out here you see some drivers pulling the belts tight for the Honda HPD Midgets. Now bear with us, folks. We're still trying to find some names, and we will get them for the main events. I promise you that.
Your confidence makes me believe that we will.
You got to be a believer.
Turn out this side. This is the real deal. Sunrise takes a look at them.
Here we go. 6 cars, 8 laps. Heat number 2. Sun is setting here in Bakersfield. I know it's not too... Almost contact. I know it's not too... We're not too far into fall, but it's been a triple-digit degree day. Over 100 degrees here in Bakersfield. So I know it is fall, but it hasn't felt like it out here. I know everybody in Massachusetts probably is saying otherwise. It's probably snowing out there now.
I see we have another Love in the 44 machine, hanging out just in the tail of the field, trying to work their way up. A number of these cars do have the names on the on like the sun visor roof portion. So
trying to see them battle here for the third spot. 4 cars in a bunch out of turn number 4. This is the best battle to watch right here. From third place on back. Everybody trying to get by the 37 on the inside. Can't get the job done through turns 1 and 2. The 9's going to peak high, not able to get the job done. Peaks down low into turn number 1. No. Shut the door.
a great battle for third right now. You see the move being made. White flag is in the air, and Love almost goes around. We're going to find out later that that's like the car manufacturer name or something.
Yeah, the chassis.
Well, out of turn number 4, we have a winner.
The 11X. Dalby in the second spot, third place. The number 9 holds off the 37. Skewing it right there at the end.
I don't know if we've made it clear
That we have
this is the one division that we did not, both us or the announcers for the track ended up with names. Now, we walked the pit area and talked to everybody. Had we known that was going to be the case, we would have actually collected names, but we're used to showing up and being able to have a pamphlet of names already down the list. So it's one of those things that we didn't know we had to plan ahead until we got up here.
This next division, however, we know very well.
Now we're in trouble.
Yes.
Tommy, you know what I should do?
What should you do?
I should get I should take a bunch of NyQuil or something, and then announce.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everybody would appreciate that. I guess it probably wouldn't be any difference from our normal announcing.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, lights out, ready to go for the first heat race for the American Stocks.
I guess these guys are ready.
Heat race number 1 for the American Stocks, Cody Johnson. Leads the field to the green. To his outside, Kevin Johnston. And we go green. Brian Childress in the 44, Roger Welch in the 21, RRR. And rounding out the field, Nicholas Johnson in his yellow number 1 machine. Roger Welch on that high side, making it happen. Up into the second spot, trying to get around Johnston. Side by side for the first spot. For the lead.
Five cars under a blanket here on lap number 1 of 8 for this heat race. Lap number 2 on the board. Brian Childress in the 44 machine. A little bit of bumper tag up front between Welch and Johnston. Childress and Johnson still side by side.
Interesting to see that 44, Brian Childress, slipping back. Always a contender out here. Look at this battle for the lead. Has been red hot from the start. Kevin Johnston on the inside, Roger Welch on the high side. 21 RR versus the 22K. Lap number 4, halfway through this heat race. So 21 versus 22 as the scoreboard shows. And some contact, a little bit of nudging your neighbor. This is American stock racing that just comes with the territory. Welch with the lead out of turn number 2. Johnston, he's going to throw it down into turn number 3. right, almost leaning and touching the quarter panel. Now the battle for third is shaping up between the Johnsons. That's Cody and Nicholas. Cody in the purple number 11. Nicholas in the 1N machine. The yellow of the bunch. White flag flying for the captain, Roger Welch. Or the pirate. What would be his nickname?
Captain.
You like Captain? Okay. I mean, I guess they're both pirates, so. Well, the captain of the Cadillacs out of turn number 4, Roger Welch in the 2-1 RRR machine. Winner of heat race number 1 for the American Stocks. Kevin Johnson comes home in the second spot for this heat race, and third will be Cody Johnson.
Oh.
I mean, that's almost like our mini stock field down there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, if everything,
there's always good racing, Tommy. It doesn't matter if it's on the track or in the stands.
Very true. Very true.
Like you said, a couple cars upside down in this one. So
it's the end of the year, Jeffrey. Go all out here at Bakersfield Speedway.
heck yeah. So we're out 1 to go till we're racing, till we're green.
I just want to give a shout out to all the people on the stand. Thank you.
Like we mentioned, we'll keep you all up to date as far as the points go here tonight. Make sure everybody knows where everyone's at once we're racing those final main events. Very tight-knit group here. And there's something similar about all these cars I just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh boy.
Maybe it was the
bad start.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Dakota in the 15D machine held up that field quite a bit, as you saw, and the officials did not appreciate that. But yeah, Jeffrey, I do see a trend in this field that I just can't figure out myself. Maybe it's.
I think it's that. They all have 4 wheels.
No,
No?
it's got something to do.
You're right. One of them only has 3.
No, it's got to do with the exterior.
Ah,
I think these are the darkest cars of the bunch.
I think you're right. So let's go through the starting lineup for these drivers. As we get ready to go, I'm kind of just taking a look over the point standings like we talked about. Tracy Childress in the 17 machine, who I don't think we've seen yet.
No, but she's here.
She's your point leader over Brian Childress, who you were talking about in the 44 car we saw in the previous heat race. A 12-point gap between the two. That means that equates to 6 spots.
Yeah.
So that can be a swing. It's a Childress versus Childress fight tonight.
How about that? Talk about family fun.
Oh, family feud. Getting ready for the green flag, the 15D of Dakota Brown, looking for it. To his outside, the 7A machine is J.R. Garcia. The green flag flies, and we're racing into turn number 1. The 95 machine of Brody Schweitzer.
First timer out here at the Bakersfield Speedway. His debut in the American Stocks.
And then, Tommy, the number 10 machine isn't a first timer, but that car, kind of a returning piece.
Yeah, Trevor Baker in the number 10 destroyed, put his original car out of commission. The last time the American Stocks raced here, a big wreck out of turn number 4 on the checkered flag lap. Sent him to go get a new car. He's trying to get by Garcia.
He's working on it. The 27 machine is piloted by Tara Childress. And that's your lineup for this heat race. It looks like Garcia's off the pace, Tommy.
Yeah, something tells me he is. Steaming.
Yeah. You know, I lost a radiator hose in the last trailer race I did, so I can sympathize or empathize with this.
He did not make any contact with anybody.
He didn't try to drive through Steve Cook's trailer, so something else must be the problem. Dakota Brown's running away with this one on lap number 3. Schweitzer, like you mentioned, first timer though, sitting in the second spot. Baker in third, and Tara Childress. Garcia will make it off the track. Tommy, we saw a bit of a powwow going on between an American stock driver, an A-mod driver, and a B-mod driver.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they were probably all talking about setup, what to do with their cars equally.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Battle for second now. Brody Schweitzer wheeling that car, maybe throwing a little smoke up in the air. Baker in the number 10 tries to close in. Baker with those beautiful numbers.
Yeah, expensive numbers. Take a look at these.
Is that painter's tape?
They went all out. No, I think it's a step above. I think it is fluorescent orange duct tape.
Wow.
But hey, can't complain. You can read the numbers. Some of these cars out here you can't.
I'll give you that. White flag is in the air for Dakota Brown. But the battle for second is the one we're going to watch. Baker throws it in out of turn number 4. Trying to get around Schweitzer. Schweitzer holds a strong outside line and carries the momentum. Baker, though, working that inside line. It looks like the 10 will prevail, at least have the advantage out of turn number 4. Brown is going to take the victory in the heat race, and Baker is going to clear Schweitzer, but Schweitzer's going to throw one more move. It'll be Baker at the line.
Not bad for a newbie out here. Brody Schweitzer. Heat race number 3 for the Mellows Gas and Gear American Stocks. Tracy Childress, your points leader, on point. The Cowboy number 86 of Mike Waters leads our outside row 2. We go green. The 38 Double D, Mike Conway, the number 9 of Charles
Conway.
Morrison.
I remember Conway being exciting the last time.
Conway's going to spin it out, like you said.
Yeah.
Exciting. And if there's ever a car that should be sponsored by Sunkist, it's that 19H. Driver we don't have a name for.
What?
Yet.
Man. Low Budget TV living up to our name tonight. Waters trying to chase down Childress. Didn't have a good entry to turn number 3. Had to woe it up in the center of the corner. Now trying to gain back that time, running a little bit lower line, headed into the turn. Kind of arcing it a little bit. Down the banking, that 86 machine trying to close in. Now Childress in the 17 machine, on the other hand, she's just running the smooth line, very consistent line. You can see it's right there in the center of the groove. Waters moving around, trying to gain some time though. And then this machine right here is still being exciting, Conway. Like I said, Conway's being excited. You know, it's working for Waters, though. Him looking around. He's going to close in on the 17 machine as we're halfway through this heat race.
Here comes Waters, though. Look at that front end. That thing's seen better days. It's ready for our new metal skins. Whether or not he's going to replace them for the Bud Nationals, we'll find out. Budweiser Nationals coming up in just 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from right now, you'll be seeing the Saturday night portion of the 30th annual Budweiser Nationals. It'll be a 2-day race, Friday and Saturday night. It'll be live where you're watching right now on Race Feed X.
Now we have 3 cars racing for this lead.
White flag, Childress,
Oh, Morrison.
Waters, and the 19H. Morrison trying to find some grub. He's just going all over the place to find it.
Well, it is an American stock.
White flag for Conway as he swashbuckles out of turn number 4. But the checkered flag flying for Tracy Childress and her number 17. The Dirt Princess wins her heat race.
What is that? What is that?
He took our flyer and posted it on the side of the wing.
Yeah, he did it.
He did it.
It
Not
had
us.
It had nothing to do with us.
No, not at all.
We didn't find duct tape, and
We would never do something like that.
do you think he even knows?
if he loses the race tonight and he equates it, or maybe he is going to get disqualified for overweight?
Oh man.
You know he'll find out then.
Duct tape is a severe advantage.
It is. We did an aerodynamic effect to this car.
Yeah, we did. Well, you ready to go through the starting lineup?
I am. I'm ready when you are.
Let's do this. Heat race number 1 for the California Lightning Sprints. Starting on the front row, the number 9F, Emily Lindgren, and the 11X machine of David Prickett. Row number 2 gives us the number 25 car, driven by Hunter Kinney, and the number 2 machine, driven by Doug Nunez. Row 3 will give us the 9 of Scott Mall. No, that would be males. What would you guess?
Males.
I like the way you think. And the number 10 of Dan Hilberg. Final row, Bobby Mignovich in the 21M, and the 90 of Wyatt Downing. That's the 8 cars in this heat race. A lot of these machines here tonight. Which, Tommy, almost makes me feel like we have to kind of assume that these heat races are going to be big ones as far as transfer spots.
Yeah. Which we don't know the system that this series has. But very good. I believe 30 of these lightning sprints showing up to race out here.
Yeah, huge number of these cars.
Battle up front for the lead. It's brewing.
Yep, you see a 25 machine on the outside working at Hunter Kenny. Trying to get around for the lead, working that outside line on out of turn number 2. Lindgren on the inside, though, going to have a better run through. And Kenny going to lose 2 spots. Mignovich, though.
Run from the back all the way up to now battling for the second spot.
At least our flyer's hanging on for dear life.
Hey, we used Gorilla Tape. Give us some credit. There was a Scotch tape roll right next to it.
I'm surprised, actually. Lindgren going to open the door. That's going to allow Mignovich to get by. Mignovich doesn't want to worry about any B-mains tonight. Generally, those B-main cutoffs, Tommy, are around the 3rd or 4th spots before you start talking about B-main events. Like you said, depending on the division. We're used to B-mains here at Bakersfield Speedway, but given that this is a division that has its own rules that come into play.
This class might just say run them all.
Yeah, man.
Well, the white flag flying. I said it before you.
Sure did. Bobby Mignovich in the 21 car out of turn number 4. He's going to take the checkered flag and take the victory tonight. Everyone else pretty much stays where they were in those final few laps. And that's a roundup there. A couple of these drivers going to be facing a B-main.
Heat race number 2 on track, getting ready for their. I'm here. Listen to this.
Out there on the track in just moments. So these guys are watching everything that's going on into this racetrack.
It sounds like there's something big going on in the pits. On the pole, the number 42, that is driven by John Robertson. To John's outside, the number 69 of James Hilling. Inside row number 2, the 01, that is Darren Hilberg. The number 13, driven by Danica Parker. Field at the ready, we have 1 to go. They were ready too, but we weren't ready. The number 86 starts inside row number 3. That is driven by Alex Gregorius. And to Alex is outside the 2K machine of Kyle Offill. Last row, the number 10 H of Seth Espy. And the number 11 X or K. I'll figure that out right now.
The 11X was in the last race.
11K machine of Scott Kinney.
That's the 11K or H?
Well, that's the only...
I like K.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, right off the bat, the number 01 off the pace. That's the 11R of Chad. No. The 01 of Hilberg pulling it off into the infield. Something an issue.
These are some fast speeds we're seeing on this 3rd mile.
Here's what I have an issue with on my sheet, Jeffrey. I have, it looks like the 11B machine on track, but I don't have an 11B on my sheet. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that.
I think it's a K. We talk about the important issues here on Low Budget TV.
Out into the lead in a big way, the number 86 of Gregorius. Big gap between himself and the 11 machine. This battle right here is the only one to see, or worth mentioning, the 13 of Parker. Trying to hold off the 42 of Robertson. Gregorius checking out. The 3rd spot, the number 2K machine of Offill. He's got quite a bit of distance between 2nd and himself. So this field looks like it's more of a hot lap session at this point. White flag flying out of turn number 4, the number 86 of Alex Gregorius. Heat race number 2 winner in the California Lightning Sprints. Now Hilberg in the 0-1 machine. Off into the infield. For reasons we don't know why.
Next heat race getting ready to go for the California Lightning Sprint. Starting on the front row is the number 17 of Dale Gamer. To his outside is that number 03 car, driven by Pat Kelly. Green flag and into turn number 1 they go. 3 wide early. 14 machine kind of jumps out of the mix. That's Jared Kramer. 3 wide behind them, and you see some jostling and swapping positions. Kelly gonna make a move and make it work into turn number 1, but here comes the 14 of Kramer. 4 car of Jeff Dyer working the outside line, trying to get around the Confederate flag 17 machine.
I wonder if he just hasn't turned his sprint car into NASCAR to get an American flag.
That's probably it. He didn't make it to Talladega or wherever that was. The 6th machine, Jared Gunderson. He's riding. Oh, and a big fire up in flames. That's the number 11 machine.
That's
Chris
not good.
Dickey.
He pulled up right to the fire rescue personnel, hopping out.
Card officials were right on that race, fan. See how fast the
Now,
official got
you
there?
saw here on Race Feed X how, and our YouTube channel, you could see that car really starting to pick up a lot of smoke, and then kaboom went that fireball, number 11, right into turn number 1.
Tommy, is now a good time to point out the moon?
Oh, you mean
We're really glad to see that.
that one?
It is now a good time to point out that on a night where championships are on the line, anything can happen.
Well, good to see the number 11 hopping out. Now, that's a straight-up number 11, correct, Jeffrey?
That's Chris Dickey from San Diego having those issues. Red flag is out, lap number 3 of 8 for this heat race. The few cars I haven't mentioned yet, Zach, I've heard this pronounced a couple different ways. Zach Zeus or Zach Zaus?
I remember talking to the fellow.
And he said
He said my name is Borat.
his name is Borat.
Zach Zaus.
Ready for the restart, lap number 3.
Oh, man.
5 laps to go. Kramer, our leader, and now the best start for Kelly.
Well, Kelly got excited, ran into the back of Kramer, and then Kramer took off. So he played that restart just perfectly.
So he got excited, and now he's going to be exciting. He's going to slide back to the 3rd spot, the number 4 machine taking it over. Jeff Dyer up to 2nd. Now Kelly's going to have to deal with the number 6 machine of Jared Gunderson. Gunderson takes over the spot on the inside out of exit of turn number 2. Zaus working that outside line, and he's going to have to deal with Gamer in this battle for 5th in the back of the pack.
Good racing all over. Dyer in the 2nd spot trying to close in on Kramer.
Yep.
It might be a little too late.
Yep.
But this
Side by side down the front straightaway.
Oh, no. Dyer's getting there.
Yeah. Dyer said challenge accepted on that part.
So the white flag is flying. If Dyer's going to do it, he's got to do it this lap.
Jarrett Kramer leading away. It doesn't look like Dyer's going to get to him out of turn number 4. The 14 machine of Jarrett Kramer wins the hottest heat race of the night.
Whoa. Nice one.
Thank you. In the back of the pack, Gamer in the 17 did beat Zaus to the line.
Here we go. Field at the ready. We go green.
Oh, boy.
And right off the start, we are racy. Down into turn number 1, the 55 trying to make a move. That is driver of Kiwi Alexander into the 2nd spot. Now slips back to 3rd. Your pole sitter in this one, the 10R machine of Chad Reed. So that is Chad Reed in the 10R. Kiwi in the 2nd spot. 72 off the pace, was in the 3rd spot. Not sure what's going on with Greg Dillard in the 72, but he's going to take this car off the track. Kiwi Alexander looking underneath Reed. There he goes into turn 3, slide job. That wasn't really a slide job. That was a power move by Kiwi Alexander there. Battle for the 2nd spot. The
87
of Charlie Carasilio, I should say. I got to get my Italian going.
How about the figure 8 racer?
Jeremy Queener in the number 0 machine. He's trying to find a groove to get around the white number 10 X machine of Brian Corso. And then rounding out the field right in the middle of this one, the 29T of Eric Turner from Lake Stephen, Washington. Jeffrey, we got some Washington drivers out here.
Yeah, 4 drivers making the trip from Washington here tonight.
Jared Gunderson being one of them, Barrington, Washington.
Watching this tight battle as the white flag is out. And Queener
spinning out behind this battle. That'll bring out a checkered flag for the 55 of Kiwi Alexander. Kiwi does not have a hometown.
Oh, our winner.
Our winner now spinning out. They insulted him apparently.
Just made him realize that he doesn't know where he's from.
He just realized, man, how am I going to get my check? He stomped on those brakes.
Yeah, heat races do pay well.
But yeah, Jeffrey, Barrington, Washington, the hometown of Jared Gunderson. He'll be driving the 6 tonight. Sonoma, Washington, the 10H of Seth Espy, who already ran a heat race. I believe everybody's run a heat race now.
Oh, everyone's run a heat race because I see our next division coming out.
Lake Stephen, Washington, the 29T of Eric Turner. Up now, if you're a fan of the IMCA Sport Mods, it's time for you to get up on that computer screen or a laptop or TV screen or cell phone or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever you're watching on. We got to thank you all for tuning in with us live here in Race Feed X. As we bring you the final night of the regular season out here at the Bakersfield Speedway Championship night. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back here for the Budweiser Nationals, the 30th annual Budweiser Nationals. So IMCA Sport Mod Heat Race number 1 has the 5K of Brenda Kirby, the 20 S machine. Steven Johnson, we go green. Johnson having to replace the left front control arm after hot laps. The 9J Jordan Hager up into the 2nd spot now. Nick Spainhoward in the number 40. The 16 of the Outlaw, Rick Childress Jr. in the 25 feet of Zach Boitna. Childress off the pace. Looped it over from the corner. And a battle for the 2nd spot as the 97 of the Big Lick, Gary Dutton.
Tommy, I'm already smelling some rear end.
Yes,
But I don't think it's from one of the cars. As this battle for the lead goes through turns 3 and 4, our leader, Kevin Johnson.
My bad, I apologize.
Dutton in the 97 machine. Is he wearing his button up in there?
Yes.
Dutton, whenever I see him. By the way, if you look on the hill, once racing's done, you can see they're looking for ET.
Someone looks like they're trying to save 12 bucks.
Jordan Hager, the Hag, in 3rd spot, trying to hold off a 40. Our points leader headed into the night, Nick Spainhoward.
For those of you tuning in from Georgia trying to check out the Roger Holder machine, the Outlaw just now moving into 5th place after his spin out in turn number 2. Closing in on the 5K of Brenda Kirby. So Ricky Childress trying to make some moves happen. Gary Dutton still trying to work on Kevin Johnson.
Hager almost clips Law in turn 4. Good battle for this heat race.
Kevin Johnson down into turn number 3. He's going to get some go. Heat race number 2. James Cecil on the pole. You see the number 83 of Jason Nation. The 09 of Brylan Holder. Making a quick move into the second spot. Nicely done there, kid. The 22C, Michael Johnson, and the 68J of Billy the Kid Simpkins. Johnson with a slide job on Nation. Nation flipping back. Dump, number 12. That's his nickname, sorry fans. Dump Cecil is now your leader. Holder around, and Simpkins gonna stab the brakes still for it. Brylan Holder lost it all on his own. In the corner. We got a battle for the second spot. Here comes Nation to the inside, makes the pass under Michael Johnson. Johnson's gonna work that inside groove. Try it back. Simpkins gets that car, number 68J, fired back up. He's continuing racing. A lap down though in this heat race. He was parked in the infield trying to get it refired. We're waiting for a caution. Battle right here, the only one to watch. Battle for third. Battle for the second spot. Top 3 on the screen. Cecil out to the lead as yellow is flying. Not sure as of why, but we go yellow. Possibly for debris or maybe a tractor tire. Yes. The official putting the tractor tire in the right spot. 3 laps to go in this second heat race for the sport mods. So your top, actually your full field rundown. Cecil in the 12, your leader. The 83 Nation in the second spot. Third spot, the 22C Michael Johnson. Fourth place, who really needed that caution, Brylan Holder in the number 09 and the 68J of Simpkins. As we are 5 laps into this 8-lap heat race. See the flagman down below saying 1 to go.
We'll put it back in attack, but again, 13 cars or a sport one, that's 9.
Here we go. So it's going to be 3 laps to go when this field comes to the green right now. Cecil, Nation, and Johnson. These 3 are duking it out just a minute ago. Nation on the gas and into the lead going into turn number 1. But Cecil with that high side momentum, battle for the lead. Down into turn number 3. Nation took out our wall camera a couple weeks ago. Cecil wants to take the checkered flag. Michael Johnson moving into this mix. Cecil up high, losing time to that inside groove of Nation. White flag is flying. 3 cars battling for the win. Some contact. Nation holds on. Cecil's led this one from the start. He's the leader into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4, James Cecil checkered flag in the second sport mod heat of the night. Well, that was an exciting green-white checkered there. Heat race number 1 for the H&S Bodyworks and Towing Hobby Stocks. On the point, the number 59 of Mike Hill Jr. to his outside, the number 99, driven by Don Mead. Inside row number 2, the 49 Alvin Ince. Into Alvin's outside looks to be the 91 of Michael Scruggs. Inside row number 3, the driver who's going to retire at the end of the night, the 78 of Ralph Cook. And the 84 of Chris Settlemeyer. And rounding out the field, your points leader in this hobby stock class, the number 18 of Kevin Collier. We go green. Hill Jr., early leader, lap number 1. Don Mead in the second spot, but the swarm comes into play right here. From third place on back, Alvin Entz trying to hold off Scruggs in the 91. With that, it creates two grooves of racing. Settlemeyer and Collier up on that high side. Oh, Scruggs going to slip up in front of Settlemeyer. And now it's a battle you can see from second place on back on your screen. Where's Mike Hill? Way up here into the lead. He's checking out, driving home. This battle rages on. It's getting tight over in turns number 1 and 2. Collier in the 18 picking his way up on the high side, but not able to get the job done. And now battle for the second spot. Ends to the inside of Mead. Mead losing traction on that high groove. Oh, Scruggs gonna blow it into the corner on the brakes, but he's gonna lose a couple of spots now. 3 wide in 1 and 2. Settlemeyer right there in the middle spot. Don Mead and Scruggs. Mead's gonna get sideways. Scruggs gonna step on the brake. There's a lot of action going on right here. But it looks to have calmed down now. Lap number 6, white flag flying for Mike Hill Jr. in the 59, who it probably looks like for him it's qualifying. Nobody else on the track but him, from his point of view. Through turns number 3 and 4, leader of this entire race, the 59, Mike Hill Jr. checkered flag. And it's still racy over here. And that completes this hobby stock heat race. Here we go, 6X Robert Lawler and Aaron Stewart bringing the field to the green. Cody Sly in the 25, the 41, Tim Delson Jr. in the 92 of Gene Glover, the 12H Hausfeld, and the 52 of Perry Alderman. Battle for the lead. The 6X second in the points by 24 points. Behind the 18 of Collier, who just ran this last heat race. These two, funny enough, oh, Glover around on the back straightaway.
Tommy, I saw what happened there. The aerodynamics on that car all thrown off. If you zoom into the back of it, his roof is dented.
Ah.
Yep.
And the quarter panel's peeling off.
Oh, Stewart sideways out of turn number 4. That opens the door for Lawler on the outside.
I believe these two have been battling for heat race victories all season long. Oh, Stewart is going to hit the wall.
Wow, that's huge, Tommy. And the 25 machine spins it out.
Right front tie rod, it looked like, broke on that 37 or something. Aaron Stewart doesn't know that is exactly. Now I'm sure he knows it's broken. The car is fighting to turn left. Lawler out into a big lead now. Second spot of Delson and Hausfeld.
Yeah, Tommy, you were talking about this heat race duel between Lawler and Stewart. They both had 9 heat race victories to their name in 2015. Looks like Lawler's going to be the one to come out ahead.
Very true.
Around goes Alderman.
Lawler, Jeffrey, is looking for a miracle tonight to win the championship.
You never know.
You never know. He is 12 spots, in theory, behind. 12 racing spots, positions.
Yep.
Behind the 18 of Collier as soon as the green flag flies.
Delson trying to hold on Hausfeld, but out of turn number 4, it's going to be the 6X of Lawler taking the victory in this heat race. See some smoke coming out of Delson's car. Hobby stopped.
Here comes Glover, and then the 25 of Cody Sly. Perry Alderman, and that is a heat race. All right, field getting ready to go. A couple more laps and we'll go green. The number 08 will start on the pole, the legendary Dave Phipps. Legend to us because we didn't get to see him race much. But he raced for many years on asphalt at Saga Speedway, as well as recently on dirt. So this old timer is still putting the mustard on the doggy, as Mike Mosier would say. The number 11, that is driven by Cody Laney. And then the next row back will be the number 17N of Steve Noland and the 07X of Troy Morris, the second. And then the 78 rounds out the field. How about this? Matt Schweitzer will be starting in 5th, and he's got the pinwheel looking spokes on his right front dust cover. Thing almost looks like a Demolition Derby paint job on the right front. Here we go. First heat race for the modified. Cody Laney out into the lead is Bill Henderson. Oh no, the 7 of Morris climbing the wall. He found a hole, he made it work, except for the hole closed up, and he got a piece of that track exit wall.
Tommy, last time we saw somebody clip that, they went for a ride down the back straight.
Oh, Roger Holder would know. His car went tumbling into turn 3. Cody Laney, your leader. Schweitzer's gonna save it. But the big concern is that 07 of Morris. He took a good side slap to that wall. Take a look at the right rear tire. I don't see any flat. Must have been just that square of a hit. Dave Phipps in the 08, he slipped back to 4th. Steve Nolan goes up into the 2nd spot. So who knows? They're going to have a lot of work to do if 07 of Morris's car, rear suspension area, could be affected. So that car not slowing down one bit.
Tommy, we talked with Dave Phipps in the 08 car earlier tonight, and it was cool to kind of hear him explain why he loved racing at this track.
Yeah, very cool. He knows that the competition level is super high out here, and when you get to race against fast guys, it better use your game. And that's why he's out here with the help of the Laney family and Bartels. White flag flying for Laney, Cody Laney, that is. Yeah, Dave Phipps out here racing with the big dogs, he'll say. Cody Laney finding a rut. He slips up a little bit, but out of turn number 4, checkered flag in the first IMCA modified heat of the evening here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Matt Schweitzer is going to try to get around Phipps. Across the line, Phipps will get Schweitzer.
6 cars in heat race number 2 for the IMCA Modifieds. The 5L machine of Carlo Laney will start on the pole with the C5 machine of Brad Pounds. All he has to do is start the main event tonight. No, I lied actually. That would be the C9 of Chad Rickenback.
Yeah.
Starting on the outside front row. 98 machine going for the lead. That is Robbie Sawyer.
That's the 190.
You know what? Do you want to fight about this? I got plenty of day cool to go. A little bit of contact and upside down out of turn number 4.
Bam Bam going for a ride over in turn number 4. As simple as a spin out with some contact. Through turns number 3 and 4 of Fangmeyer tipping it over and going for a tumble.
That was such a square rollover. I have to wonder if they'll be able to fix that car.
Hey, Jeffrey, I was just going to echo your words.
Well, Tommy, the last few weeks it's been kind of a trend to roll over a modified in the heat races.
Yeah, definitely. Michael Black did it last Saturday night, which we weren't here for.
And you saw it was just the perfect time and place touch that sent that machine up and over. Bam Bam.
Well, what a ride that was.
And you saw it here.
Do you want to see a replay? Let's see a replay.
I want to see a replay. Lap 1 restart, 7 laps to go. Robbie Sawyer in the 198 machine leading us away. Laney, Rickenback, the C5 of Brad Pounds and the 77 machine of Bill Bartels. Well,
Bartels and Laney getting involved.
that full moon is warming up.
We got 2 in this heat race.
Tommy, look at this. Damage to your points leader's car.
And I'm looking. Checking out the 5L as well.
Yeah, the left front machine. He either picked up something. Yeah, the 5L has some trouble there on the left front.
Now, are you talking about the front end damage from the C5?
The C5, if you look at the front bumper.
C5 looks more like a G5. See what I mean?
Do you want to fight about this?
I'm just saying. Oh, this.
Brad Pounds in that C5 machine, though. Our point leader heading into tonight. All he has to do.
You can't convince me that's a C. Look at this, folks. Does that look like a C to you?
It could be a really awkward 0.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, all Brad Pounds needs to do to take home the championship is take the green in this one, which means the way this heat race has been going, he might want to take it easy.
Yeah.
But something tells me he'll find a ride if anything big happened.
He might just drive his truck out here.
The hauler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, still on lap number 1. 1 to go at the line.
Hopefully you are all enjoying tonight's coverage here at Bakersfield Speedway
this, Tom.
Championship night.
Look at this whole brigade of flag people.
Yeah, everybody's taking turns. That's what's cool. Troy Morris the third down there.
Well, he's like race control.
Yeah, he's got the goggles. That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah.
This flagman over here is just the one for show.
Yeah,
the real
he's
flagger.
pretending.
The real flagger's right here.
Yeah.
Take a look at the flagging skills. Jeffrey Collins to the green.
Green flag is in the air. Robbie Sawyer going to get challenged by Rickenback. That challenge not going to last too long. Well, no, it's going to continue into turns 1 and 2. That C9 machine looking low. Bartels was caught up in the last caution, but he was able to continue. Robbie Sawyer leading the way in this heat race. Third in points.
Red Pounds on the gas to the inside of Rickenback, digging in that right front. Rickenback throwing the challenge to the inside.
Now, for this division, we will not be talking about the battle for the championship. However, as this battle for second goes on, we will be talking about the race for second place in the championship points. Robbie Sawyer is trailing. He's behind by 10 points. That's 10 positions over the number 11 machine of Cody Laney. So something would probably have to happen to Cody, but again, anything can happen in this race. And it is a possibility that we could have a change of hand there for the second spot. So we'll keep an eye on that all night long. Lap number 5 on the board. Sawyer all by himself in the lead. Brad Pounds in second. Chad Rickenback in the C9 in third. And Bill Bartels in the 77 machine riding in fourth.
See the 198, your leader, Robbie Sawyer, entering the corners, stabbing the brakes. See the sparks flying. Car looking good here in this heat race, your leader. Now to turn number 4, checkered flag, Robbie Sawyer. Heat race. I believe this is going to be the final heat race of the night here on Championship Night at Bakersfield Speedway. On point, the number 51 of Brian Clark. I correct myself. That is the 51B. That's important. On his outside the 28P of John Piker, inside row number 2, then a 174. That is Ethan Dotson. And outside row 2 has the number 11X of Kyle the Hitman Heckman. And rounding out your field, the 5K starting in 5th. That is the figure 8 champion, Mike Kirby.
Ethan Dotson's 174 machine was on fire earlier today.
Yeah, and not like the good on fire. That's not like a cliche. He was literally on fire. A battery charger caught that car on fire earlier today. We go green. And look at this race already at the start. Piker with an outside groove, keeping the momentum high. And we got a race for second spot. 3 wide out of turn number 4. Dotson, Clark, and Heckman. Now Kirby wants a piece of the action. Piker's checking out. Kirby now to the inside of Heckman. We got a race here, lap number 2 of 8. Oh man. The 3 wide racing continues out of turn number 4. Kirby down low. He's trying to make his way into the 3rd spot underneath Brian Clark in his 51B machine. Heckman just trying to find a way around all these cars. And now we're almost making contact. Jeffrey, can you tell what groove is the faster one out of these two tonight? Seems like the low groove has the consistency. That high groove, if you have a car that works, especially in the modifieds here, A-mods, seems like that high groove, you keep that momentum up and you can pass cars.
Yeah, it looks like your car has to be hooked up to make that inside line work tonight. The outside line's been the safe one, I think. Look at this, battle for the lead.
Ethan Dotson now on the chart.
2 laps to go.
From a car that was on fire to a car that's on fire into this lead. Ethan Dotson.
We have one car, it's Mike Kirby around over in turn number 2.
He's way off course, it's good to go, no caution. The 174 Ethan Dotson charging through. That's a bad joke considering a car charger caught his car on fire. Ethan Dotson out of turn number 4, checkered flag in this heat race. Piker in the 2nd spot. 3rd spot goes to Heckman. 4th will be Clark. And Kirby still parked in turn number 2.
And a reminder for everybody watching on YouTube, DVDs are available of tonight of all the main event action. So you probably saw how exciting everything was here to lead up. You don't want to miss the main event. Those of you on Race X are watching live. So you guys don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah, if you want to know, we stream here live on Race X if you're watching from YouTube.
So thanks for watching. We're Low Budget TV. And those were heat races from September 26, 2015. Championship night at Bakersfield Speedway.